Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tearing into one of the most influential, unapologetically dark, and just emotionally devastating series in modern shonen history. We are, of course, talking about Gege Akutami's masterpiece, Jujutsu Kaisen. Since it first dropped back in March 2018, this series hasn't just participated in the supernatural storytelling genre, it has completely redefined it. We're looking at an absolute masterclass in blending visceral horror, high-octane action, and deeply tragic human emotion.
And hey, if you want proof of that impact, just look at the numbers. Over 100 million. That's how many copies this manga has sold worldwide. It has hit absolute legendary titan status, scooping up global acclaim and the prestigious Shogakukan Manga Award. We're talking games, light novels, spin-offs, and literally an ocean of fan theories. But, it makes you wonder, what is it about this specific story that has absolutely captivated readers and just refused to let them go?
Well, let's get into Section 1. Sorcerers versus curses, the core conflict.
To really get this series, we have to look at the underlying lore. The whole narrative engine here is built on this brutal, endless struggle between sorcerers and curses. And what's truly brilliant is how these enemies are framed. Curses aren't just your standard monsters from another dimension. No, they are the direct manifestations of humanity's deepest negative emotions. Fear, grief, hatred. These feelings literally pool together to create catastrophic threats. It means our heroes aren't just fighting physical beasts, they're fighting human negativity itself. The stakes are intensely personal, moral, and philosophical.
Okay, so let's dive into this impossible situation by looking at our main guy, Yuji Itadori. Yuji is this kind-hearted, super physically gifted teenager whose life violently derails in 3 quick steps. Step 1, he swallows a cursed object, specifically a rotting finger belonging to Ryumen Sukuna. Step 2, he instantly becomes the vessel for Sukuna, who happens to be the literal king of curses. Step 3, to delay his own execution and learn to fight, he joins Tokyo Jujutsu High under the mentorship of Gojo Satoru. Right from Chapter 1, Yuji's destiny is locked into an incredibly dark path.
Moving on to Section 2, the tragic core cast.
The real magic of Jujutsu Kaisen lies in its complex, multi-layered characters. But consider this your warning. In Gege Akutami's world, every single victory comes at a heavy, tragic cost. No one escapes without scars. You've got Yuji, haunted by guilt but driven by purpose. Megumi Kushiguro, the calm, analytical user of the 10 Shadows technique. Nobara Kugisaki, the fiercely confident fighter wielding voodoo nails with absolute pride. Then there's Gojo Satoru, the strongest sorcerer in history. And lurking beneath it all, Ryumen Sukuna, chilling in Yuji's body, patiently plotting total domination.
But wait, Sukuna isn't the only nightmare hiding in the shadows. We've got to talk about Kenjaku. This guy is one of the manga's most enigmatic and manipulative villains. He's back there pulling sinister strings to orchestrate events way beyond what our heroes even realize. The layers of deception in this manga are just staggering, and Kenjaku is the architect of the whole shebang.
Which brings us to Section 3, Timeline of Suffering, Escalating Stakes.
If you read this manga chapter by chapter, what you experience is a relentless descent into absolute chaos. The pacing is just masterful. We start with the intro and Cursed Womb arcs, establishing how fragile human life is here. Then the Kyoto Goodwill Event and V's Mojito arcs deliver these painful emotional gut punches. But man, the story accelerates so fast. What starts as school missions rapidly mutates into a full-blown countrywide war zone.
And that brings us straight into the most infamous arc of the series, the real turning point of the entire franchise, the Shibuya Incident. The Shibuya district literally becomes a war zone as curses, sorcerers, and civilians clash. The power balance of the entire Jujutsu world just shatters here. Gojo is sealed inside the prison realm, beloved characters fall. We see Mahito's final form, Toji's resurrection, and Yuji undergoes a complete psychological collapse. It's truly the emotional heart of the story. Which drops us right into the brutal aftermath, Itadori's extermination arc. Now, if you dive into the actual manga for this, specifically looking at the raw panels of chapters 138 to 140, the gritty, psychological depth Gege Akutami puts on the page is unbelievable. The visual intensity of those specific chapters illustrates one terrifying reality. Every safety net Yuji had is brutally stripped away. The higher-ups target him for execution, sending Yuta Okukotsu to do the job. At the exact same time, across those same pages, Naoya Zenin is hunting Megumi. It's raw, it's incredibly dark, and the artwork perfectly captures that suffocating despair.
From that despair, things just spiral.
In the perfect preparation and culling game arcs, the chaos goes completely off the charts. Maki undergoes this wild physical transformation and literally massacres the Zenin clan. Kenjaku launches the culling game, which is this twisted, massive battle royale forcing sorcerers to fight under sick rules across Japan. We get incredible new heavy hitters like Higuruma and Kashimo. Gojo is eventually freed, sure, but Sumaki is lost. And worst of all, Sukuna gains the one tool he needs for his endgame.
Section 4. Manga versus Anime. The Experience.
With a story this massive, there's always that huge fandom debate. How should you actually consume this masterpiece? Both are totally unforgettable, but they shine in different ways. In the manga, you're getting Gege Akutami's pure artistic vision. It's perfect if you want that immersive, detailed artwork, precise pacing, and the really dark psychological depth that print captures so well. On the flip side, the anime adaptation by MAPPA brings those visceral fights to life with stunning visual direction, fluid choreography, and insane sound design. It's a pure cinematic rush. Either way, you're in for top-tier modern fantasy.
Finally, Section 5, The Final Showdown. If you want to know how the story reaches its ultimate climax right now, you really have to read the manga, because after more than 270 chapters of setup, suffering, and survival, we have arrived at the absolute peak, the Shinjuku Showdown arc. This is it, the long-awaited battle between Gojo and Sukuna. It delivers absolutely unmatched power scaling, heartbreaking losses, and incredible philosophical tension. Every surviving sorcerer converges for one final push against the King of Curses. It's everything built up since Chapter 1 coming full circle.
So, what does this all mean for our protagonist? With all the tragedy, all the cursed energy, and all the sacrifices made, will Yuji Itadori actually defeat Sukuna? Or will the crushing weight of this world force him to become the very curse he vowed to destroy? If you want to find out, you'll just have to dive into the manga and experience the showdown for yourself.